Live from Mazur, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. In addition to Triple H vs. The Undertaker, the WWE announced the following today. The Hounds of Justice will be unleashed at WWE Super Showdown. United and stronger than ever, the Shield are set to make their way into Melbourne, Australia on Saturday, October 6th. It was almost 6 years ago when Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose disrupted the WWE Universe with their game-changing debut before going on to become one of the most dominant factions in WWE history. Picking up from where they left off last year, they look to be stronger than ever. Though it is not known just who the destructive trio may face when the Hounds of Justice enter the Melbourne cricket ground, all-out bedlam won't be far behind no matter who is standing across the ring. At WWE Super Showdown, the intense rivalry between Daniel Bryan and The Miz will become an all-out international incident in a highly personal rematch for pride and the opportunity to earn a future WWE Championship match. The SummerSlam fight between the two bitter adversaries have been years in the making, born in the ambitious environment of the original NXT, where Miz was Bryan's NXT Pro, growing in the fires of mutual contempt both inside the squared circle as well as through legendary wars of words just about everywhere there was a microphone, and finally destined to be settled in a match at the biggest event of the summer. It was not meant to be, however, for when the A-lister suddenly clobbered WWE's Yes Man with an unidentified foreign object that his wife Maurice handed to him at ringside, his subsequent controversial SummerSlam victory left matters completely unresolved. That was until Miz broke the news in a WWE.com exclusive that he will once again take on Bryan in the groundbreaking pay-per-view at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Melbourne, Australia, and if the stakes were not high enough, the winner would get to face the WWE Champion at a later date. In a surprise turn of events, John Cena and Kevin Owens' previously announced singles clash at WWE Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia, has been stretched into a tag team showdown, with Bobby Lashley and Elias joining the mix. Cena teams with Lashley to go head-to-head against Kevin Owens and Elias at the monumental event on Saturday, October 6th, marking the first time that these four superstars have collectively shared the ring. While Cena and Owens look to reignite their storied rivalry, which culminated in a thrilling three-match series in 2015, Lashley and Elias no doubt have some unfinished business of their own. But how would these teams perform as a unit? The WWE has announced the following today. Rowan of the Bludgeon Brothers has suffered a torn right bicep, WWE.com has learned. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champion is currently scheduled to undergo surgery to repair the injury this week. So I want to send good vibes and well wishes out to Rowan on a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see him back in the ring. With Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper no longer having tag team partners due to injuries, there has been internet speculation about a possible Wyatt Family reunion with Braun Strowman. Wyatt has fueled speculation by retweeting an old tweet from 2014. The old tweet that he retweeted simply says, "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Shield. Don't take your guns to town. #Elimination Chamber." He retweeted that and wrote above it, "Forget not." And on the topic of Harper, during a recent appearance on Edge and Christian's podcast prior to SummerSlam, Luke Harper expressed interest in winning a WWE Singles World title at some point. Harper said, "That is 100% my goal. I am dying to be a world champion, a singles world champion. The taste of it that I got with the Intercontinental Championship and the run against Randy Orton and stuff like that, I feel like no doubt I could be there and do it. I don't know what the path will be or if that path will ever present itself here or elsewhere. I don't know. But that is by far my goal." And it's kind of hard because you think, how hard will it be if that doesn't happen? And you kind of have to go back to the things that you enjoy that you do have. But at the same time, yeah, I'm dying to do that. I believe in myself to the point where I can be that guy. And sometimes that hurts being told that by guys like Edge and Christian, and if you read Twitter and you get told that, then you start to believe it too much and it can become detrimental. But at the same time, I believe it in myself. Thanks to WrestlingInc.com for the quotes. During today's conference call for All In, Cody Rhodes addressed the future of the Bullet Club by saying, "As far as what's next, I really wish I could answer. A lot has happened in the last few weeks, a lot of discussions about the future, One thing that's special about this, and I have to be rather cagey in answering, one thing that is special about this group is we have verbally committed to each other, and I don't know that that's ever been done in the history of professional wrestling, where I have verbally committed to the Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page. There's this verbal commitment that the next step we take, because it's no secret, our contracts are all up, what happens next? The next step we take, we're going to take it together, and we're going to take it as a family. It could be the dumbest move ever, wrestling is sorta a shady business, or we can do what my gut tells me, the right call. Thanks to PWIinsider.com for the quote. During a recent edition of the No Holds Barred podcast, barnburner.ca's Brad Schiffer commented on if WWE will punish Randy Orton over allegations that went viral. Brad Schiffer said, "We know that Randy Orton was given a tongue lashing, so to speak, for his allegations that were brought up by Court Bauer, and other writers chimed in as well, in regards to him exposing himself to new writers. So it looks like that's as far as the company is going to take it. From an actually employee/contractor standpoint, that appears to be as far as it's going." Thanks to ringsidenews.com for quotes. In an interview with Local 24 Memphis, Jerry the King Lawler talked more about the death of his son Brian Christopher. Lawler noted that the family still has not gotten any actual answers regarding Brian's death, and added that someone in the jail stole Brian's identity. Mike Johnson of PWIinsiderElite.com recently commented on Constable Corbin taking Kurt Angle's spot as Raw General Manager. Here's what Johnson said, courtesy of RingsideNews.com. "Unless something has changed in the last 48 hours or so, Kurt Angle had been training for another return match. So it could be that this is the beginning of that storyline to bring him back to the wrestling ring. So either to move him temporarily from the general manager or remove him completely from the general manager and have him wrestle every now and again. Up until this past week, Kurt Angle had been training and had been working out in preparation for another return to the ring for WWE. And for what it's worth, Joe Piszczek of barnburner.ca is claiming that Angle is going to be wrestling full-time again. Joe said, "Kurt Angle was forced to take a sabbatical. Why? Because Kurt Angle is coming back not as the GM, but as a wrestler. Yes, Kurt Angle will be a full-time wrestler when he comes back. I've heard he might come back in October. Look for him." And finally, here on Jammin John's Wrestling News, it is now time to announce the new special subscriber poll. That poll being, would you like to see Luke Harper as world champion? Yes, no, or indifferent. You can go vote right now if you're a subscriber at patreon.com/JamminJohn. If you aren't a subscriber, what are you doing with your life? Go subscribe to me at patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from $3 to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. And that is your news for Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. Check back here tomorrow for another Jammin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing on Amazon Alexa devices. Big shout out to everybody listening to this on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Stewie Family is the name. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, The Jammin John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin John's Wrestling News, or you're a wrestling promotion wanting to get your next big event out through the awesome power of Amazon Alexa, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle for subscribing to my Patreon. Once again, you too can subscribe to my Patreon by going to patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from $3 to $7. Again, not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. This is Jammin John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.